गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We were on Sadachar, and last week we saw the first Pratasmarami, Pratasmaranam, remembering the Lord in the morning, and here the way we remembered the Lord was through Gayatri Mantra. And I explained the meaning of the Gayatri Mantra. And in that, now, this verse continues with the explanation. The meaning of the Gayatri Mantra having been discussed in the previous verse, now in the following shloka, the nature of contemplation on its meaning and its particular technique are presented. Repeat after me. Anvayavyatirekabhyam Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Yadekam Kevalam Jnanam Tadevaham Param Bruhata Anvaya Vatirekabhyam Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Yadekam Kevalam Jnanam Tadevaham Param Bruhata. I am that supreme, one, absolute, all-pervading knowledge which is established in all three states of consciousness, waking, dream and deep sleep. That is the Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti, by the process of affirmative and negative relations between the self and the three states of awareness. Verse number 4.
Thank you.
So here, what is Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti? First we have to understand what is waking, dream and deep sleep. Waking state is that state where the object of knowledge and knowledge of object. Object of knowledge is this camera. Knowledge of this object is the thought. They are separate. What is dream? Where the knowledge of the object and the knowledge of the object and the object of the knowledge, both are in the form of thoughts. And in deep sleep, both of them are absent. There is no object for the thought to take form, and there is no thought also for that form. Because how do we know this object? How do we know?
Through senses.
Through this form goes in. So there is a form of this object and there is a thought of this form, isn't it? In dream, the form and the thought both are the same. And in deep sleep, both of them are absent. In fact, there is no thought in deep sleep state. And this way, in dream, in waking, the objects may be a cause for joy and sorrow. The knowledge of experience of that joy and sorrow is within. But the object which is giving joy and sorrow is without. In dream, the object which is giving joy and sorrow and the thought which is, or the experience of joy and sorrow, both are as a thought only. And in deep sleep, there is total absence of all joys and all sorrows. Why? Because there are no thoughts. So this is the way the waking, dream and the deep sleep is explained. Now what is Anvaya Vatireka? This is the process of affirmative and negative relation. Affirmative relation is Anvaya and negative is the Vyatirek. So in Jagrat, the waking state, the Anvaya is that I am experiencing this whole world, isn't it? In dream state, is this world available? Is the waking world available in dream? No. So there is Vyatirek, there is negation of this world in the dream state, isn't it? Is the waker available in the dream state? No. So there is negation of the waker in the dream. But in the dream, the dreamer is dreaming a world of himself, for himself, isn't it? He is not dreaming. The dreamer is experiencing a world for himself. So that will be his expansion. Because without the dreamer, that world cannot be. Just like without the waker, this world cannot be for the waker. So that will be expansion of that dreamer with the dream world. So that is Anvaya, that is the affirmative. But in the deep sleep state, is the dreamer available or is the dream world available? No. So that becomes the Vyatirek. So wherever we can see, every effect must have a cause. This is what we have. And and then the second level is what? Cause itself expresses as all the effects that we have seen. But in the self, is there any negation or affirmation possible? No. That is what the Upanishads say. The self, the reality, in that there is no negation and there is no expansion or affirmation possible. As long as you can keep affirming and negating, where can you affirm and negate? In the waking world you can affirm and negate. In the dream world you can affirm and negate. In the deep sleep world there is total negation. What next? You can't go further, isn't it? So what is that power because of which the affirmation as well as the negation was possible? That we have to come to. So here it is told, Anvaya Vyatirekabhyam Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Yadekam Kevalam Jnanam Tadevaham Param Brihata. So on the waters, the wave, the tide, the froth, the droplets, all this is Anvaya, isn't it? Anvaya means expansion. When we see the waters. But from water standpoint, is all this available? Nothing. Nothing is available. Why? Water's experience is I alone am. Therefore, Yadekam Kevalam. In our scriptures, what do you call? What was I saying? The third rule, that when you remove the cause, there is no effect. So what is that cause?